and the difficulties you had, what made it difficult? Was it putting it into operation, or was it, more of like the logistics, or was it just like you feel like you took on more than you could handle?
Gosh, might be a little bit of everything. When we got into it, I was brought in to be a minority developer. So when we looked at the land, what they wanted to do, the cities and all, walking those sites, I remember what my grandfather would do: going into the bank, get with the city, Louisiana's a parish, but the counties, and looking at what the plans were, and then how do we build this thing out? Get with the architects and all that. So I knew what that was. It was easy flow. Get with the primes. Okay, what part of the job's gonna be mine? What part is yours? How are we gonna bid this thing out, bond it out? What part do I take, et cetera, et cetera. So it started off with like a $50 million situation. That wasn't bad because really, once you get into a certain level, it's just numbers and scope. So scope of work. What am I going to do? What's on paper? I still have the plans. I need to show them to you next time we meet. I got the plans of the first truck stop we were doing. So I knew how big it had to be. We had pretty much creative reign on what we wanted to be because they gave us a budget. And then they were like, okay, can you do two of these? Can you do three of these? I'm like, okay, yeah. Can you do four? Yeah. Again, it's just numbers. It's a multiplier. As long as we had the bonding, the funding, the staffing, and the project managers to be me where I can't be me, I'm good. I'm good. When it got to the right before it hit the billion, and we were going from Texas to Sioux City, Iowa, to Manitoba, Canada, to Mexico, I'm like, okay. Now again, I'm young though. Well, I'm still young now, but this is early mid 30s.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, okay, this is nice. I'm liking how this is looking. I'm taking trips overseas, going to uh, Quebec City, Canada, which is where this global summit was at. And so it was good at that time because I could see it growing. When it got too big was where the team wasn't what it should be. I didn't have a Kendra then. I didn't have a Daria, a Siobhan then. I didn't have even my city colleagues were still one or two off. They didn't know me like that, and I didn't know them like that. And I didn't cut my teeth enough in the space to really know what I could and couldn't take on. But it was really big on that team. So taking on such a big project, people start to back off a little